Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Ice 73 on YouTube. Today, I'm about to talk about pro Iran protesters attacking the U.S. Embassy. Today, I said, well, about 6 hours ago, pro Iran protester attacked the United States Embassy in Iraq over the bombing of 5 locations, 3 in Iraq and 2 in Syria. So 2020 starting off in Iraq kind of bad. They want to hurt. They want. They upset about Iran militants being bombed by the United States, but they're not upset with the militant attacking United States targets over there in Iraq. So here go President Donald Trump. He said Tuesday he expected Iraq to use its forces to protect the United States embassy in Baghdad. Donald Trump have a lot of expectation for Iraq. A lot of them same, a lot of them forces, they're not American friendly. They just deal with America. So here goes some of the article right here. We expect Iraq to use its forces to protect the embassy, and so notified. Donald Trump tweeted, Iraq supporters of pro-Iran faction attacked the embassy early Tuesday, breaching its outer wall and chanting "Death to America." Why do y'all want death to America? All American ain't doing that to you. But in anger over the weekend airstrikes that killed 2 dozen fighters, it was the first time in years that the protesters have been able to reach the United States Embassy, which is the shelter behind a series of checkpoints in a highly secure green zone. Trump blamed Iran for organizing the attack and warning Tehran would be held accountable. Now Iran is orchestrating an attack on the United States embassy in Iraq. They will be held fully responsible, he tweeted. But it's hard to hold Iran responsible for something going on in Iraq. But Donald, for the last 6 months, he's been wanting to attack Iran anyway. I don't know why, but it always be most of it over oil. That's all. I know why. It's over oil. Okay, and some more of this article. Those strikes were in response to a 36 rocket attack last week that killed one American contractor at an Iraq base. The latest in the series of attack on areas where U.S. troops are deployed. They have not been claimed, but U.S. security assessment have largely blamed them on the Kataib Hezbollah. In a tweet, Trump said to the United States, Trump said the United States had strongly responsible to the attack that killed the U.S. contractors and always will in similar situations. They said the relationship between Washington and Tehran has deteriorated since the U.S. in 2018 pulled out of the landmark Iran nuclear deal. They said Trump has since imposed sweeping sanctions aimed at curbing the clergy region influence. Iraq had long feared being caught in the middle of an escalating tension between the two countries, which are in main allies. Bottom line, the reason Trump and Iran having beef is over money and oil. And Trump believes if he go in there and do like the Bushes did Iraq and dethrone the president or their prime minister, that he can be able to control what all going out. Cause Iran is one of the Russia's biggest buyer of oil. And the United States and Russia have that done love-hate relationship. So it's United States get control over Iran, all like they have over Iraq, and they have partially one of the biggest buyer of Saudi, or they'll be able to control the Middle East. Because all only reason United States concerned about the Middle East is oil. That's it. Even though United States have more oil in the world, but it's so many sanctions. There's so many sanctions in the United States about digging. You can't just go out there and dig up oil wells in the United States because you got to get through so many red tags. The environmentalists people. You got to do so much research into digging and what effect it will have on the drinking water. But over in the Middle East, it's more lax. You can go there and find an oil well and you dig it up, and there's no environmental people come over there, and nobody checking the air quantities, none of that stuff. So, you know, they want to have their hands in the Iraqi, Iran, Saudi Arabia, anybody. They want to get that North Africa oil too, but North Africans, they ain't having that junk. But them people, but I hate to say it, somehow in 2020 that the United States and Iran gonna clash. They're gonna cut. Is it wasn't for Congress this year? Iran and United States would have been at war in November. But this impeachment thing, it's gonna hurt the Democrat. Cause if the Democrats, if Trump don't get impeached, they're gonna lose a lot of seats in this upcoming election. And then Trump won't have to worry about the Democrat getting permission to attack Iran, because then he'll have the House and the Senate for the for the Republicans, and then he'll have an easy road to attacking Iran. But when you sit behind them desks and you want to start a war, it's easy. But when you served in the military like myself, it's a scary thing, man. It's very scary because you don't know it's your friends, your comrades. You don't know they're gonna come back safe because two people sitting behind a desk got pissed off at each other. I'm not a military basher, because like I said, I served in the military, but at the same time, people who sit behind the desk, most of them ain't never served in the military, in the House or in the Senate. Even most presidents now have never served in the military, but they always quit to saying we're gonna attack somebody. It, the human body is not programmed to kill nobody. Even though you hear about all these doing death, but most of them people who be interviewed who killed somewhere, they got to be on so many drugs. They got to do drugs, or they be alcoholics, because you're not programmed to kill anyone. You got to be a screen psychopath to just make it through there and kill somebody and don't have effect on your mental state. But I hate to say it, man, but I think Iran, and the United States gonna be at war in 2020. And I think it's 2020. Isn't it 2020 Iraq? I think it's 2020 Iraq right now. I think they like a 12-hour. I think they're like a 12-hour or so ahead of the United States, or at least the East Coast of the United States. If it ain't 2020, it'll be 2020 pretty soon. And we already starting off bad because if they get it into that embassy, United States gonna put up they're gonna bring in some more troops. They already got 5,000 troops over there. So, you know, bring in some more troops. Then next thing you know, so shit don't escalate it. So man, I wish them darn people in charge will think about how many hundreds of thousand people can lose their life. Because Iran military technology is not advanced as the United States technology. That's been shown that United States can send drones and drop them all on people. Uh, our jets and stuff are more superior than Iran jets, and the Navy. Oh, it's not even a question. The Navy is way better than the Iran Navy. But I don't want to see no war because Iran trying to develop nuclear weapons now, and you know, if you attack the United States on nuclear weapons, they got a good missile defense, but they're gonna respond with the same force. So, man, we need to think about it. We need to we, we need to I don't know what can we do. 'Cause protesting and all them doing letters sent to Washington and all that stuff, it don't get there. I mean, it don't make no difference. It don't make no difference. I'm pro United States, but I'm not pro war. War. We already got too many disabled veterans in the United States now. Like I'm a disabled veteran, you know, and a lot of time, but you can't see mine, but mine's mentally. Well, it's physically too. My damn knees are messed up, dog. My knee be hurt so bad, but I'm getting treatment for my knees too, though. So, but yeah, man, we need to uh, we need to pray for people who pray. We need to pray that this doesn't escalate into something more terrible. You know, like I said, if they breach that wall and attack the U.S. embassy like they did when when President Obama was the president, when they attacked that embassy, the embassy, and they blamed all that junk on Hillary Clinton. I forgot what the name of that country, but they attacked that embassy, and it was like retaliation. So we don't need no retaliation on that right now, man. You know, there'll be too many lives lost, and yeah, that's all. There'll be too many lives lost. Busting doing all. Yeah. So I'm about to end this live screen. If I once I learn how to edit and stuff and break it all to another story, I'm gonna be all right. But I'm still kind of new to this thing, and I don't know how to edit, so I had to do one live screen and then go to another live screen. But I'm gonna figure it out. Um, I'm learning the hard way. But in a little bit, I'm gonna come back and talk about this Kansas City officer who lied and said a McDonald's employee rolled down, "You effing pig," and he got fired. So I'll be back about 3 or 4 minutes when I set this thing up, and I'll talk about that. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Oh, and my voice sound terrible, man. I got one of them. I got a cold, but it's not terrible. Like sneezing and All that stuff is just in my voice. So it making me have an adult voice right now. All right, talk to y'all a little bit.